I'm Charlie Stern. This is the Stern Message. Tonight, something a little different. I want to talk to my daughter about how politics is directly impacting her life and her experience as a student journalist right after this. Helpful news analysis on topics that actually matter to you. Get subscribed and hit the bell so you won't miss the next video. Quick affiliate link here. I found something even better than a Frisbee, better than an aerobie. This thing is called an ACTIV flyer, and you will love it. It comes in 8 different colors. A pack of 2 is only $13. You can take them to the beach. They float in water. They're easy to catch. They're fun to throw. And if you go to redbluetalk.com/flyer right now, you can add a pair to your Amazon shopping cart and have a blast.
In the recent months, I think in May or April time, a local Pelham newspaper lost funding and basically just didn't have the support to continue. Was a lot of the articles written were by students, and so some of the students on the paper wanted to continue writing and publishing to the town. So with the help of an adult that published the original paper, they started the Pelham Examiner, and it's a student-run, student-organized online newspaper. Okay. So Jeff Klein and Alexander Biaggi are 2 individuals running for the position of state senate, and Jeff Klein is the current senator, and they represent the 34th district, which is where I live. So I was assigned to write the article. I wrote the article. I wrote questions for the Jeff Klein campaign. I talked to the Jeff Klein campaign, and they wrote back to me with answers to the questions. I published the article. Okay, so Saturday morning I woke up and I went on Facebook, and there was a stream on Progressive Women of Pelham that was basically commenting that my article was biased, and the reason they assumed it was biased is because my father is a supporter of Jeff Klein, a vocal supporter of Jeff Klein, and they were just very opposed to the idea of that. And moreover, they were very upset that there was no Biaggi article written. So I replied and told them when the Biaggi article would be published. When I read all the comments, I was obviously at first I was pretty upset, but then I just sort of was just confused by the outrage.
Why?
Because it seemed like they were attacking me without wanting to reason with me, and that upset me that they didn't feel the need to just talk to me. I felt very belittled by that. But there were a lot of people, there were a few very nice women who were defending me on the post. So I commented back on the post and I said, this is when the article will be published. And then I replied to one woman and said, basically that my views are independent of my parents, and that I don't think it's right of her to accuse the article of being biased because of who my dad is. If the article isn't well written, that's one thing. And I obviously am very open to criticism. But it's another thing to attack me based on the beliefs of my parents and not my own. And I left the group because I just felt very uncomfortable. And
just to be clear, you left the Facebook group or you left writing for the paper?
No, I left the Facebook group. I'll still write for the Examiner. One woman did say this is fake news. She was like, this is not journalism, because I didn't get quotes from the Biaggi campaign. And I only mentioned that Biaggi's a native of Pelham. I didn't really delve into who she was. She said that it was not journalism. And first off, it is a student-run paper. It's not going to be as high level as the New York Times or anything. But also I think that something that they didn't understand is that there was a Biaggi article being written, and my article was about Jeff Klein. So the simple solution to the problem would have been, hey, at Ella Stern, is there a Biaggi article being written? And just to be clear, my friend who works with the Biaggi campaign saw the article and called me and asked me if there was an article to be published, and he got his answer. I think in our country, like you said, there is an attack on journalism, and it's definitely heightened by what the president has pushed out about the media. You've seen the New York Times commercials where it's like, we only report the truth. There's just so much paranoia about what people want to see and what they're not reading. I don't think that you can equate people dying because of what they write to my experience. I don't think that's fair, and it's very sad what happened in that shooting. And I mean, obviously that shooting has a lot of other issues other than just him having beef with the media. But I think that at its core, the idea that people have a problem with what's being published and have to take it out in a way that's not constructive, yes, I think it's the same case.
Thank you to my daughter, Ella Stern, for a great interview. Here's what I would say. My name is Charlie Stern. Red Blue Talk is all about how politics and government impact people's lives, and this was very personal. I'm sorry that Ella had to endure those kinds of comments about me, about my wife, on Facebook. It was completely unnecessary. The commentary was conducted in a private group that Ella did subscribe to, that my wife and I did not subscribe to. We had no way of knowing about it. All I can say is this is interrelated with the generalized attack in our culture on journalism itself. It's crept in on the left, it's crept in on the right, and to the folks who feel so empowered by private Facebook groups, I would say take a deep breath and ask yourself, is this something that I would say to a personal friend or a relative? And if it isn't, maybe it doesn't belong on Facebook. So anyway, I'll see you on the next video. This is Red Blue Talk. Please subscribe. I'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in, and good night.